I was at a different place, but I'm gonna start back here. It may be a little loud. I want to know what this plant is.
Looks like an air conditioner.
Hold on. This is the first thing. What is this? It comes up every year.
Excuse me.
It's in the corner of the house. I was just curious. Now, can you see what I'm?
That's a hot poker there, right?
This is a hot poker, and when we everything's around the house we planted, so except for that thing that I showed you, it just came. We try to have color at stages, and this was great in the spring. This red hot poker, it needs to be thin, but in the spring it has these big blooms that come up, and the hummingbirds come. But on, and then in the spring I had iris. This is the garden that used to be. The spring I had irises. And the passion, it just came up. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you're kind of going in and out though. I'm not sure why.
Am I? Okay.
I'm wondering if it's your internet.
Yeah.
Maybe turn off the Wi-Fi.
What?
Maybe turn off your Wi-Fi.
Turn off my Wi-Fi? I guess if I get away from the house, it'll turn itself off, won't it?
No, it'll disconnect you.
Oh. Okay. I'm just going to struggle through it. This is an oak leaf hydrangea that looked good a few weeks ago. Rose bush. Rosemary. I've got a lily. And this is how my crops grow. That's a pepper plant. Not very good. This is a corbel. And these are taken over. They're the elephant ears. And as you can see, my front box, I've got some thinning to do. These are black-eyed Susans.
It's gorgeous. You said your garden didn't look good. It's gorgeous.
Well, this is the plant swap. There probably will be black-eyed Susans. And then these are just volunteers. It can be probably the bird feeder. We did have a raccoon last night that knocked over our bird feeders, so we're going to have to deal with that. More sunflowers, another corbel, and then rose bushes. And what happens is, as one thing blooms, something else dies down. Like right now I have the sunflowers and the black-eyed Susans, and this right here is a mum, a white mum, and it'll be blooming in the fall. Over here is my lamb's ear, and we had a bumblebee nest in a bird nest. They took over a bird nest, and in the morning these were full of bumblebees, but now the bumblebees, I don't know if they died or went on, but we don't have them any longer. This was the only thing I could grow when I moved in here. This is red clay, and this is lemon balm. And, or mint, I guess, but it took over, and I just let it have its own way because for a long time, that was the only thing I could grow on the side of my house. These are tiger lilies, my one cone flower, and I love cone flowers. That's the only one I have. Part of it is I put that black paper down. I didn't know any better, and that's kind of hindered things. This is sedum. It'll come out in the fall and be really pretty. And this is my, I just went a blank. With the red berries, in the winter.
Nandina.
That's it.
Nandina.
Oh, okay.
So in the winter, it's really pretty. It has the red berries and everything. This is a strawberry plant, and it has white strawberries. I got it from one of the master gardeners. More iris. They're not blooming now. And then over here I've got herbs. I've got tansy, and I got it in a pot right now, but I got it because Melody said ants hate it. And I put it around different places that look like they're eating ants. It does seem to help some. More sedum. This is I have just a little herb garden. Stevia, lavender, fennel, and I guess I need to transplant it. Oregano and parsley and my chives. And then this is a rhododendron, and it's already bloomed out. More sedum, and that's a weed, but I let it grow. It's the Queen Anne's lace. This blooms in the spring. It's an azalea, white azalea. And then up here, caged off, trying to keep it under control, is my wisteria. And it's really pretty, but as you can see, I have to beat it back. It just, it's something you don't want to let it out. So it's all caged up here. Then I've got a hosta here, and there's one trapped in with that poor wisteria. This is mint. This is spearmint. More iris. See, nothing's blooming now. And then I have my lilies. More black-eyed Susans and another rhododendron and a butterfly bush. Like I said, that on this bank, there were no trees at all. So we planted all these trees, and I'm kind of a throw down and, and so it's really kind of wild out here now. I do have it's called periwinkle as a ground cover, but unfortunately things come up through it. Right here I have a Rose of Sharon. This is, I believe, a burning bush. I've got two burning bush here that turn bright red in the fall. Let's see, that is a Bradford pear, and then I've got the these things are plum trees that never have any plums on them, and they're really good because the Japanese beetles like to eat them. Back here I have I want to say lavender, but that's wrong. I'll think of it in a minute. This is my weeping cherry that wept for a while and then decided not to weep anymore. Now it's straight now. And over here I've got more mums. These are purple, and they bloom out in the fall also. I do have lilies blooming now. They're kind of like a double lily. And a butterfly bush. More lilies. Sedum. And this is sassafras, and I can't decide whether I'm going to pull it. It's a volunteer. And that's a crepe myrtle. I'll show you my garden. Mostly I had potatoes. I had Yukon Golds, and they're past ready to pick, but I left them there so it looked like would have something in my garden. I've got apple trees, but they've got that, so we'll have to treat them next year. Okay. These are potatoes, and they're ready to pick because I've been picking them this week. They're Yukon Golds. I do have a cantaloupe. Of course, that's the rosemary. It's taken off. I did a row of beans, and then the frost got them, and then I did a second row, and they haven't done real well. More potatoes, radishes. The ants liked my spinach, so I just left it. I do have some zucchini. I had 3 broccoli, but they're bolting. That's the last one. Over there is a watermelon plant. And under here is a watermelon plant. This is I think Melody said there was 3 in the spring before they emerge next year. My Tommy toes. I'm gonna walk you up to the project of my husband. And that's a Rose of Sharon. Here is a whole stand of Queen Anne's lace. And hopefully next year I'm gonna do wildflowers in that area. And can you hear me still?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm not taking the golf cart up this time. I'm walking up, so it's going to take me a minute. But you can see I don't have much of a garden. It's just a little teeny garden. And actually, this is the best I've done with my garden. So llama poop would be a good thing for me.
I do think it would help you in the places that, you know, you only have one of something and it's just not growing real well.
Yeah,
It's amazing stuff. It really is.
I need something. Okay, this is the switchgrass. This is one of my husband's ideas. We went to a rest area and they had a phenomenal stand in the fall of bright gold switchgrass. This is called Cloud 9. We got it from Evergreen. And then in between, we've done fountain grass. That one we replaced, but this one's doing real well. And his idea is when you come down the driveway in the fall, these will be just bright gold. Here's some more Cloud 9. This one's called Hot Rod. And in the fall, it's supposed to be red. And there's another one of it. And then one more Cloud 9. So if we have to do it again in the fall, hopefully it will turn.
You'll have to come back in the fall and show us.
Yeah. I barely got through this one anyway. But so that's my garden. That's why, you know, I kind of hesitated. But, you know, if everybody has a wonderful garden, you got to have somebody that has the garden that's coming along, and that's mine. But let me show you the house. Just keep in mind, none of these trees were planted when we got here. So my husband planted the 3 big maples, but everything else has been planted since he built the house. So we've done some planting, but it's mostly trees and bushes and things like that. So I guess that's it for me. I'm just walking down the driveway.
It's beautiful.
Wonderful job, LeeAnn.
Great
I
job.
guess
Cool.
my greatest claim is our view. We've got a pretty good view back here.
Yes, you do.
Hey, like Mary said, it's like life. Gardens are a work in progress. That's a good quote, Mary.
Yeah, and that's why I joined the Master Gardener, because I'm not a gardener, and it was to learn how to. I mean, this is the first year I've mulched, so I'm making progress already. So that's it, and you can kind of see just where I live.